Welcome back to Shipping Revisit. Today, we're delving into the realm of international trade and logistics as we explore one of the fundamental Incoterms rules, EXW, also known as Ex-Works. EXW, or Ex-Works, is a vital Incoterm rule in international trade. It centers on the seller's delivery of goods at their place of business, typically their factory, offices, or warehouse. Here, the seller is relieved of the responsibility for loading items onto transportation, with the buyer assuming control for the remainder of the shipment, including overseas transportation and customs duties. This arrangement favors sellers as they needn't fret about the goods post-departure. It's important to note that delivery is considered complete when the seller informs the buyer that the goods designated for the contract are ready for collection. From that moment on, the buyer bears the risk and payment obligations, even if the goods remain in the seller's possession.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of using EXW?
Now, let's delve into the practical advantages and disadvantages of employing EXW. On the positive side, sellers are exempt from loading goods onto the buyer's transport, which sounds convenient but can present practical complexities. Questions arise about the seller allowing the buyer's transport contractor within their premises, along with considerations regarding safety, insurance, and related complications. Safety is paramount, with the seller ensuring the buyer's transport contractor adheres to safety regulations and guidelines. Insurance is another aspect to ponder. The seller's policies may not encompass external contractors or their equipment, necessitating additional insurance arrangements.
What are the challenges when export clearance is under EXW?
Exporting goods under EXW introduces further challenges. Buyers are required to handle export clearance, but in many countries, only registered entities can undertake this task. VAT or GST implications come into play too, as lacking proper export evidence might lead to sellers having to charge local taxes, adding a layer of complexity.
Who pays for shipping on EXW?
Under EXW, the buyer shoulders shipping costs. In an Ex-Works EXW arrangement, the buyer assumes financial responsibility for all aspects of shipping, including loading expenses, transportation to the port, export duties and taxes, charges at the origin terminal, loading onto the transport vehicle, carriage costs, fees at the destination terminal, delivery to the final destination, as well as import duties and taxes.
What does EXW pricing mean?
EXW pricing solely covers the cost of making the goods available at the seller's premises, leaving the buyer accountable for additional expenses like freight, insurance, and customs clearance. This option appeals to businesses aiming to reduce costs by eliminating the seller's shipping markup. Consider this Ex-Works pricing example. If Company A intends to export 100 printers to Company B, they offer a price of $500 per printer, including shipping, and $400 without shipping. If Company B can arrange cheaper shipping at $70, they save $30 per printer, effectively managing import expenses.
Who is responsible for insurance when using EXW?
Insurance isn't mandatory under EXW. Only CIF cost, insurance, and freight and CIP carriage and insurance paid to require insurance coverage. Given the significant risks and liabilities the buyer assumes under EXW, ensuring adequate insurance for the goods is advisable.
What is the primary drawback of using EXW for the buyer?
The primary drawback of EXW is its considerable burden on the buyer, who must handle logistics, risks, and costs from the seller's premises to the final destination. Sellers must assist with export clearance paperwork, but inaccuracies can still fall on the buyer's shoulders. If the products are chosen for export customs inspection, the relevant costs are still on the buyer's side.
What are the seller's responsibilities in using EXW?
Seller responsibilities under EXW include providing the goods in the appropriate packaging, making them available at the agreed place, creating sales contracts, issuing invoices, assisting with loading if specified in the sales contract, notifying the buyer when the goods are ready for collection. They must also aid with export formalities if necessary. While EXW may seem enticing due to its apparent simplicity, hidden pitfalls lurk. Let's explore them. 1. Risk during loading. Under EXW, the buyer assumes the risk if goods are damaged during loading, potentially straining the seller-buyer relationship. 2. Export controls. Buyers are responsible for export formalities and clearance, but unfamiliarity with seller country laws can lead to compliance issues. 3. Compliance burdens. Lack of understanding of foreign laws increases the risk of audits and penalties on the seller. 4. Payment. When using a letter of credit LC, EXW leaves buyers vulnerable to errors in the bill of lading, potentially resulting in discrepancy fees or non-payment. I explained why you should not use LC for EXW shipment in my earlier video on what are Incoterms and letters of credit. These challenges underscore the importance of comprehending EXW thoroughly before engaging in international trade using this term. In conclusion, our exploration of EXW or ex-works Incoterms highlights the critical role of choosing the right Incoterms for smooth international trade. Always discuss with your trading partner to agree on the terms that best suit your needs. If you found this information helpful, please show your support by liking our video and subscribing for more enlightening international trade and logistics content. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.